I used to believe in forever, not as an idea, but as a promise. The kind that feels unbreakable when someone looks into your eyes and swears they'll never leave. I trusted words. I trusted plans. I trusted the future we imagined together. I thought I understood love, my emotions, and my own resilience. But what I didn't know was that a resource existed that could help me rebuild my life. You'll find it in the description and comments. At that moment, I wasn't looking for guidance. I was holding on to an illusion. The relationship didn't feel fragile. It felt safe, predictable, certain. We talked about years ahead as if they were guaranteed. Trips we would take. A home we would build. A life that existed more in our conversations than in reality. And that was the illusion. Confusing shared dreams with shared commitment. I didn't see it then. I didn't want to. The conflict arrived quietly. Less effort, less presence. Conversations that stayed on the surface. I noticed it, but I ignored it. Because when you believe in forever, you reinterpret warning signs as temporary phases. You tell yourself love just needs patience, understanding, sacrifice, and slowly you begin sacrificing yourself. I started adjusting my expectations, lowering my needs, accepting emotional distance as normal. I told myself I was being mature, but deep down, I felt something slipping away, and I was afraid to look directly at it because acknowledging doubt meant risking the fantasy I had built my identity around. The breaking point came on an ordinary day. No fight, no betrayal. Just a sentence said calmly, "I don't think I want the same future anymore." It felt unreal, as if time froze and everything we had planned evaporated in seconds. I remember nodding, pretending to understand, while something inside me shattered. In that moment, I realized the truth. Forever only exists when both people are actively choosing it. The pain wasn't just heartbreak, it was disorientation. Who was I without the future I had imagined, without the role I had built myself into? I wasn't mourning just a person. I was mourning a version of my life that would never happen. And that loss felt invisible to everyone else, but devastating to me. The realization took time. I began to see how much of my security had been tied to the idea of permanence. How I had confused certainty with love. How I had ignored the present while clinging to promises about the future. Love, I learned, is not sustained by words about tomorrow, but by actions today. Rebuilding myself meant grieving honestly, not rushing healing, not pretending strength. I allowed myself to feel the disappointment fully, not just in them, but in the illusion I had helped create. I questioned my patterns. Why did I need guarantees so badly? Why did I equate love with permanence instead of presence? Slowly, something shifted. I stopped chasing forever and started valuing truth. I rebuilt my sense of self outside of imagined futures. I learned to ground myself in what is real, not what is promised. And with that came a quieter, steadier peace. One that didn't depend on someone else staying. Today, I no longer romanticize permanence. I respect consistency. I no longer chase certainty. I choose alignment. I understand now that the illusion of forever is comforting, but it can also keep you blind. Real love is not about guarantees. It is about conscious choice, renewed every day. If you're grieving a future that never arrived, know this. Your pain is valid. You didn't lose love, you lost an illusion. And losing an illusion, though painful, is the first step toward clarity. At the end of my journey, he discovered guidance in a resource that helped him face anxiety and rebuild his life. You can access it too. The link is in the description and comments. Because healing begins when we stop clinging to fantasies and start honoring ourselves. True freedom begins in the mind and only then appears in life. If this story resonated with you, like the video and subscribe to Love and Mind for more stories about love, loss, and emotional growth.